I'm going to defer to Mr. McClintock for my set of questions. Can I do that? Can he ask my questions and I'll just go?
I think so, right?
Let me do that. I yield 5 minutes, but let's try to make it as quickly as we can to let everybody have their time to ask a question.
Well, I'll
Mr.
try not to
McClintock.
take 5 minutes. I don't want to shock everybody, especially myself, but I agree with what John Yarmuth said. He's either gotten a lot wiser since he left Congress, or I've gotten a lot dumber. But one way or another, we've had a meeting of the minds. Shakespeare put it best: "The fault, dear Brutus, lies not in our stars, but in ourselves, that we are underlings." You know, all the CYA commissions we can think of won't work without people willing to make hard decisions. There's no substitute for leadership and courage and common sense. The budget process only works when the House leadership is willing to exercise that courage and common sense and make fiscal responsibility an absolute priority and insist on it throughout the House. Under Newt Gingrich and John Kasich, we had that leadership. And we had that determination, and we had a president who was willing to work with them, and we balanced the budget 4 years in a row and set this country back on course toward fiscal balance. The chairman's correct. We haven't done our jobs. So it's just easier to blame the process and now propose to hand that hot potato off to an unelected commission, presumably exercising superhuman wisdom that we haven't been able to summon. And when our constituents complain, we just have to say, hey, it's in the hands of a bipartisan commission, and they'll figure it out. Well, we missed the central point. The ultimate bipartisan commission in this nation is called the Congress. And this Congress, as imperfect as it is where these decisions must be made. Passing the buck is simply not the answer, because the buck stops here. A dollar cannot be spent by this government until and unless this House says that it can be spent. So there's no substitute for Congress, and if it hasn't worked recently, we need to look at ourselves and not farm it out to others. There is no shortage of experts and think tanks, left, right, and center, with every conceivable solution to our problems. Some are really good, some are really bad, and it is our job to know the difference and to act accordingly. There's been a House rule since 1836.
This is not good, friends. There is now a growing number of signs that a recession will be happening in the United States very soon. More Americans are missing rent and car payments every month, but residents in one state are being rewarded with an extra $1,300 in just 5 days. My dear friends, I'll be sharing with you the latest news, so please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Alaska will send out more payments from its permanent fund dividend to eligible residents in only 5 days. According to the state's Department of Revenue, the second disbursement of payments, which are worth $1,312 each, will be delivered to more eligible Alaskans on October 26, 2023, for the disbursement being sent in 5 days. Applicants must be confirmed as eligible for the payment by October 18th. Residents can apply for the program from January 1st to March 31st each year. The Alaska governor has said, "This year we have processed over 8,000 more applications than in 2022. The 2023 Permanent Dividend Fund will inject nearly $1 billion into the state's economy and directly into the hands of Alaskans." The amount for the state's permanent fund dividend is determined by mineral revenues for the state that year, and Alaska officials say the program is meant to benefit current and future generations. In Virginia, the deadline for submitting applications for the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program is fast approaching, with only 22 days left. This program provides crucial support to low-income households, aiding them in covering the cost of heating and cooling. Virginia residents have until November 14th to apply for the program, ensuring they receive assistance with their heating bills as the winter season draws near. Also, friends, according to Bloomberg, a record number of subprime borrowers are behind on their auto loan payments by 60 days or more. The rate hit 6.11% in September, which is the highest since records began in 1994, and that is up from the 5.93% that was recorded at the start of the year. Many analysts predict that auto loan delinquencies will continue to rise into 2024 and peak at about 10% before they start to fall. The high rates of delinquencies indicate that many low-earning workers are struggling amid ongoing high inflation, a rough job market, and the resumption of federal student loan payments. High interest rates are also having an impact, with many turning to borrowing to cope. In the second quarter of this financial year, credit card debt surpassed $1 trillion for the first time in a New York Fed survey's history. Though delinquency rates do not necessarily mean that a recession will occur, they often reflect a struggling economy. Margaret Rowe, the senior director of Fitch, told Bloomberg more than a third of Americans are considered a subprime borrower, meaning they have a low credit score and are deemed less likely to meet their repayments on loans. And as a result, they usually have to pay considerably higher interest rates. For subprime borrowers, rates for new vehicles average 11.5% and 18.5% for used automobiles. Prime borrowers are charged far less, 6.4% and 8.75%. For those that cannot meet their payments, they usually face having their cars repossessed and often have great difficulty getting to work. In 2022, only 11% of commuters in the United States use public transportation. A leading auto organization predicts that 1.5 million cars will be repossessed this year, 300,000 more than in 2022. However, the rising number of delinquencies on auto loans is not putting off some consumers. A record number of new car buyers took out loans with monthly payments of $1,000 or more in the past 3 months since June. Car payments have become the highest expense for some Gen Zers and millennials, even exceeding their rent. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on all of this? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Well, my awesome and my most beautiful friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My dear friends, thank you so very much for joining me here and for being part of this community. The winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is S. Smith and Miss Moses. Congratulations, my dearest friends. To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or, dear friends, you could message me on my Facebook page. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.